Hello, community. Breakpoints. What are breakpoints? Breakpoints are inflection point when the system changes. In the last video, we ended with this slide. We had a look at US colleges, about 55,000 computer science degree are awarded annually with an annual growth rate of 12 to 14%. Globally, and this was an estimation, you have about 300,000 to 400,000 computer science degrees globally per year. And we looked here at the right-hand side at Google, Microsoft, Meta, AWS, NVIDIA, Databricks, the big player in data and artificial intelligence development, research, innovation. And we say, okay, where are the other 380,000 computer science degree? Are they left behind? Where they go to? And of course, we have here missed out, or I personally missed out in my presentation, the rest of the industry, the classical industry, if you want. So here we start. Breakpoints, inflection points. If you have a new computer science degree, if you start fresh, you're looking for your first job, what are inflection points you should watch out for? I have 4 examples: decision intelligence, human resources, health, and customer experience. So what should you watch out for in these particular areas? Now, is there enough money? First question. My source, Stanford University, Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence, the Index Report 2022. Just to give you an idea, the industrialization of artificial intelligence, the investments doubled from 2020 to 2021. And we have 2021 almost or close to 100 billion US dollar private investment, excluding federal or state funding. So I suppose the money is here. But there's another side. And the other side is that the toxicity of those systems of large language model, they show a very strong bias. And as one of the co-directors of the steering committee formulated in, the output that the LLMs produce are out of line with our human values. In short, we have a problem with ethics. So, what does it mean for you? Think about the area of, or the topic of decision intelligence. Decision intelligence, explainable artificial intelligence. I did a video 6-7 months ago on this topic, on the inflection point between DI and XAI. And it was interesting because I found a study about the US Child Protective Services. It's a federal agency and they take care to protect children. And the researchers from MIT and University of Auckland, they investigated the usability of machine learning algorithms. And they found highly interesting stuff. So whatever you as a software engineer, you as a data scientist, you as whatever in your position, you design a usability or you design an output of the AI system. It was surprising to see how wrong you can be from a scientific point of view if you do not understand your client, if you do not understand on what they are basing their decision on, what they need on data to make their professional decision, for example, at the US Child Protective Service. A video I would like to recommend to you. You learn a lot about what could happen, what mankind is able to do. In general, there's a beautiful YouTube playlist on my channel nobody watches. Nobody. I mean, really nobody. I explain a little bit about explainable AI, the business model, the story behind it, the legal, the ethical, the commercial risks, attribution frameworks, safety critical AI applications, but there's no audience at all for this. Anyway, you will go to your job interview. You will have to present yourself to your employer, to your new company, whenever you start, whatever. Forget your curriculum vitae. You will be live monitored by an automated system, by an AI system that at least does the analysis of your interview. Let's have a look at this. There's a beautiful literature I would like to recommend to you. It's from MIT Technology Review, and they tested AI interview tools. And they did it in an intelligent way. They said, hey, we are a company, we want to hire. So we define as an employer the characteristics of our potential employees so they could see both sides. And they investigated two companies. One company was Curious Thing and the other one was My Interview. And this is the story that they learned. What they do in essence is, for example, My Interview, they measured the Big Five personality test. It's a psychometric evaluation of your person. You are judged on openness, consciousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and emotional stability. And you might wonder, hey, how they do this? Well, they trained the system on a training data set. And then you, as a company, you can choose the degree of how your perfect employee should look like. And here you see on the right-hand side what you as an employer get from the different candidates that applied for this dummy position. And you see your personality summary, likely to prefer, what are your characteristics, the tags, and here innovative, consistent, organized, social, blah, 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 blah. And you say, is this true? How good is it? Where they had the data set? And they did a beautiful test, and it is the English literacy test. And there's a video, you can watch this, and they answered on the English literacy test in a complete different language, in this case in German. And the result that they get? 6 out of 9. A good result for English competency answering in German. So you understand that those systems might have another way to evolve, to get better, to become better. So there is a way ahead of everything. So if you program this system, if you will be a new team member in this system, for example, think about it. Another one, a mismatch, was the algorithms pulled personality traits from a voice. I think this is so much cliche that the voice of a man and the voice of a woman, you cannot have personality extracted from a voice, from an intonation. And there's also, of course, here industrial organized psychology, Rice University, and he states you can't use intonation as a data source for hiring, given that you specified the perfect employee, quotation marks. So watch out. And also, and this you might think it's funny, but this is industrial application. So if this is your job, please watch out for these facts. There was an algorithm, this was here February 2022, the Bavarian Public Radio Broadcasting found that there was an algorithm and that assessed the candidates given the video background in the automated video interview. When the machine interviewed you, they analyzed not you, but also the video background. And also if you were wearing glasses or not. Now, I don't know if this was good or bad. How did AI judge this? What was the training data the system has been trained on? So if you ever decide or design a system, take a specific care about your training data set, take specific care about different video backgrounds when you train it, maybe you neutralize it, whatever, but watch out for this. But otherwise, people are trying, of course, to adapt to this system. So in the old times, this was your picture, let's say, for example. And nowadays, I was laughing so much. People take MIT logo, or maybe a Harvard logo, maybe both, because you're interested in this when you give an interview. And of course, you have been the captain or the female captain, I don't know what's the word for this, of your swim team, of your box team, of your lacrosse team, whatever. You have, of course, summa cum laude. Of course, you have in your background, when you give a video interview, minimum Albert Einstein. And if you have something in mathematics, you have, of course, Alan Turing. And you're heading for the Nobel Prize. And if you're doing it in mathematics, of course, you want the field medals. So, I mean, it is fascinating how people try to cope with those systems. So whatever side you are, if you apply for a job, think about or ask the company, hey, what system you use for automated interviews, for automated hiring processes. And if you're in the team in a company doing those software developments, yes, I hope I made my point. Whatever you do, think just about this. The placement of discontinuities in a software system. If you have a stop filter right at the beginning, the first filter you apply is a stop filter. where people who have a specific characteristic are automatically out selected. Look, I'm old, I'm ugly, I'm fat. I would immediately be kicked out. I don't like this. If I would design such a system, I would put a selection criteria rather after some other adaptive filters that are not stop filters. You can take, okay, in a measure from 1 to 5, you can judge it. You have different dimensionality here you can analyze with an AI system. But if you see companies that have a strict stop filter before the hiring funnel, before the onboarding process starts, before you have a personal interview with somebody. Yes, I know humans can be biased and have their opinion. Yes, I know this. But we are trying to make the world a better place, design better systems. So no stop filter right at the beginning in HR development. Okay, next point, health. Health is extremely complicated. Health is really where millions and billions of dollars are. If you're interested in ethics and the risk in education and medical treatment, I have a video here. And if you're interested more in the technical features in medical image analysis and medical feature attribution system, I try to summarize the state of the technology here in this video. If you're interested, please feel free to watch it. Otherwise, next topic. In my old times, it was about marketing, sales, whatsoever. Today, it's all about CX, customer experience. Here, VentureBeat, September 2022, marketers need to jump on the AI bandwagon. And they analyzed and they said, hey, banks and retailers are the biggest spenders on AI. And of course, yeah, customer experience becomes the dominant factor for brand experience. And if you want to build up a brand, and if you and I in a development team for a AI system in CX, customer experience, take special care if you're one of this team member. Look at this these two sentences from Accenture. I think they spent minimum a week trying to formulate this. A mandate of every organization must be to deliver exceptional experiences for their customer. In general, yes. This renaissance is galvanizing companies to push beyond the CX philosophy. I tried to find the technical terms for CX philosophy, but I only find Kant and Heidegger and Hegel, and reimagine the entire business through the lens of experience. So yeah, you have to cut through the thing, but interesting, the message you should take, it opens up everything. Extreme possibility. A sea of opportunities are in front of you if you go CX with AI system. Great. So this were my inflection point, my break points. Maybe if you start new, watch out for those things. Are aware of your responsibility you have for the system you're designing, what the system will do to other people, and take care of lessons learned that, for example, were my mistakes. Attention. Next and last video in this little mini series on strategic position your YouTube channel in the area of computer science with the focus on artificial intelligence will be the final decision you have to take before you start your YouTube channel. I say thank you and I see you in the next one.